Fallon Taylor.
Little lady with a great challenge in front of her. This is Flo.
Maybe Flo. She wins the world championship. And the winner's circle for that cowgirl.
The world champion is now mother of a 2-year-old boy. Her 5-year-old mare she calls Puma. This cowgirl was just inducted into the Texas Rodeo Hall of Fame.
You watch the iconic Fallon Taylor win it all.
What's up, Flomies? Travel with us 1,004 miles one way to run one 17-second run. We are going to go to La Fiesta de los Vaqueros here in Tucson, Arizona. This is a huge event. It's really prestigious to be able to qualify to, so I'm very excited to say that I qualified to this rodeo from all of the rodeos last year, and I'm very excited to be running Puma Cat on a giant pattern. And I mean like huge. Like this thing looks like a football field that happens to have a barrel pattern in the middle. It's one of these places where the timer is like 100 and something feet from the alleyway. So the hope is that I can like keep her slow all the way to the timer line and go. Now, why would we drive all the way to Tucson, Arizona for just one run? Well, this is a playoff series rodeo, which is like a finals within the finals standings. I could go on and on about all of the rules and how to play this game, but it's very difficult. But the playoff series is a really big deal. To the end of the year, it has another finals in Sioux Falls that is really important. So we want to collect as many points as possible. Plus, this time of year, it's just big rodeo, big rodeo, big rodeo. There's not a lot of little stuff for us to be able to take Puma Cat to. And we know we need to be in a rhythm before July/Cowboy Christmas comes along. So this rodeo is going to be super exciting for us to go to compete at. I went to this rodeo when I was 9 years old on Dr. Nick Bar. Here's a look at that right now.
You picture a rodeo rider, you often think of boots, faded jeans, and a Stetson hat. A real cowboy, someone who's been out on the range. Well, tonight, Kristen Smith introduces us to a pint-sized performer who's bringing new blood to an old sport.
She's only 9 years old, but she's running circles around her adult competitors. Fallon Taylor's not your typical rodeo rider.
I like it. I think because there's kids out there and they can say, I know her, she's my age.
Fallon hopped on her first horse when she was just 7 years old. She decided to grab the ropes and the reins after watching the rodeo on TV.
I wanted to do it because the crowds were clapping. It made me feel real special. Okay.
Just 65 pounds, Fallon leaves the saddling up to her father. It weighs almost as much as she does. But what makes this pint-sized performer special is her competition. She's the youngest rider allowed to compete against adults.
Sometimes they like to run against me, and then I like to compete with them and see how close I can get to the really top names and stuff.
Her fans say Fallon's a natural in the saddle, but she gives a lot of the credit to her partner, Mr. Nick Barr.
No time to be studdish. Quit it.
Mr. Nick and Fallon don't have much time for horsing around. They're hoping to ride in the World Series of Rodeo. Fallon would be the youngest competitor ever at the national finals.
That would be neat because after I go, if I go before I'm 11, then nobody else can beat that record because they'll have to have their permit before them.
Achieving her goal means riding the rodeo circuit all year long, about 100 competitions in '92, but with supportive parents and her stud, Mr. Nick.
He's friends with me, and he's a top producer.
This little girl's going to give the rest of the rodeo some.
So this is super nostalgic. I can't wait to run here. I can't wait to hear my name called, but more importantly, I want to get some money on the board for 2025. I am in the top 30 in the world in the standings, and I won the world 10 years ago if you are new here. And now I'm a mama trying to get back into the top 15 to go to Las Vegas in December. It's going to be a long journey. It's going to be a struggle, a lot of ups and downs. But with you by my side, I'm super excited to take you on all of the adventures of traveling with my husband, my toddler, my crazy barrel horses, and all the fun that we have up and down the road. Now let's get to Tucson and take a look at that rodeo. Huh. Yeah?
Are you stealing my water jugs again?
Yes, because they're the best water jugs of all time.
Wow! Okay.
It's so good breeding-wise that we kept them in the warm. when you're hauling, she was just giving her horse ulcer meds. We use Gut-X. And then also Gut-X makes this adorable, let me show you. Okay, they make this like mini travel size that I didn't know they made. And I just got this one. Okay, this little mini is a 1/2 gallon. And this to travel with is super baller. So we packed this one. I think the 1/2 gallon size is like amazing for the trailer. So if you don't know, you can use code Fallon20 on your first purchase at 100xequine.com. We 10 out of 10 believe in Gut-X. So anyway, we were just exchanging pre-hauling rituals with each other.
Smoothing out the driveway.
Also, if you like my shirt, this is of course from my line ranchdressin.com. If you love this one, it's sold out in one day, but we will be restocking it very soon. You can always use code Fallon at ranchdressin.com to get a discount on your next purchase. Now let's go load horses. Let's go. We made it to La Fiesta de los Vaqueros, and when I tell you parking is like, and we've already been yelled at because I didn't look like a contestant. There's a whole thing, but vibes are good, and we are going to run in here. It is one of my dreams to be able to come back and run at this rodeo that I ran at so long ago, and with a mare that we're integrating into our program. It's super important, and this rodeo is really, really cool. Adds a lot of money. Top 12 get to come back to the short round. We will have to rearrange rodeos if that happens, which we're totally fine with. The goal is top 12 in this rodeo, but this is the very first performance. So it's a standard pattern. We know we need to be fast. Let's go in and give it our all.
One of the most recognizable barrel racers on the planet is a world champion from Collinsville, Texas. Fallon Taylor. Let's go. Let's go. The champ of the world. Around 1 to 2 and around. Everything's good. World champion. Wow. 7.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane.
So far, so good. That was a huge experience for Puma. I ended up second today, second overall right now, but only one set of girls has run. So I know this is gonna get a whole lot faster as we go. I'm stoked. You know, I mean, we have such amazing horses at home. Lolo and Hush Money and Sway. Hush Money and Lolo are on the injured reserves list. Lolo's making a comeback, so get ready for that. We're gonna update you guys on that. But for a 6-year-old mare, only in basically the first 12 months of her career, this is so exciting to be able to hang with the big dogs. The person winning first in this rodeo right now has a mare that has run sub 17-second standard patterns multiple times. So I know that her 17.7 is pretty amazing. So to run a 17.9 out here, yes, we've run a sub 17 run on a standard pattern, completely different circumstances. That was futurity ground with fences, no crowd. this is a big deal. So while I know we're gonna get outrun and probably not coming back for the short round to be in the top 12, I mean, anything can happen, so we're gonna stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated. I am so proud right now, and I'm gonna celebrate in this moment, currently being in second place at La Fiesta de los Vaqueros. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this part. In just a few days, we are gonna be going to my home state of Florida to hit 4 different rodeos. One of them's in Georgia. We are very excited, and I feel like we're just now picking up the cadence for 2025, where we have like rodeo, rodeo, rodeo all in a row. It's during those times that we can really get it all together and feel like we're making some progress. So thank you guys for cheering us on. I will update you on foaling season as soon as we get home. We're home for a short 24 hours and back on the road. As always, you guys, please subscribe, ding the notification bell so you can be the first one to watch this video. I want you to comment below where you're from so I can see if I can go to a rodeo near you. As always, don't forget to count your blessings, stay consistent, and say thank you to Jesus. See you next time.